Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's Daily Recap is for Monday, October the 9th, 2023. Monday, October the 9th. This is going to be a good week, y'all. I think they're going to stretch it out till Friday. But I saw the scenes where Michael says, "You got the name of who turned my mom and Drew Kane into the SEC?" And then it showed him turn and look at Nina. Now that could have been some camera trickery, but I don't think this wedding is actually going to happen. I honestly don't. Michael is going to stop it. Isn't that interesting? Here, Michael agrees to go, and he's going to be the main one to bust Nina out the box because of what Nina did. His wedding to Willow, the reception part, was ruined because Carly got hauled away from there, right? On Willow's wedding day. Turnabout is fair play. Whew. I can't wait. So let's talk about today. We have Brooklyn was on the phone when she walked in. As soon as she opens the door, she sees Chase tore up on the couch. She took one look at his face and she says, "I got to call you back." And she hangs up and she goes, "Chase, what's wrong?" And he tells her that he just found out that his dad is dying. Tracy was the one that spilled the beans. And um, he says, "My brother knows." And she goes, "And even your grandmother, she's the one that told me." And she goes, once again, Granny butts her nose into where it doesn't belong. And he says, "Without your mother telling me, I still would not know." And he goes, "And I don't understand why I wasn't told." There was no reason. So now we have Gregory. He's talking to Alexis. They're really getting some solid insight, nice roadmap on the way the judge brings down his decisions. And Alexis is, come on, she was the best attorney in well, arguably her and Diane neck and neck with the as being the best attorneys in Port Charles. So she's actually using a lot of her lawyer instincts and digging skills to get the information. I'm loving it, y'all. So Finn comes in and says, "Dad, can we go to coffee?" And he's like, "Well, Finn, we're really busy right now." And he goes, "Dad, it's important." And so Alexis says, "No, go, look, let me put these pieces together. You go." And he goes, "Well, oh, I hate to leave you, but okay." So Finn takes him, I forget where he takes him, somewhere. And he says, "Chase knows." Take him to the park, I think. And Gregory's like, "Wait, what?" "Chase knows." And he tells him how, Tracy came in and what she saw, and she assumed it had to do with him. And he goes, "Tracy told him?" He says, "Dad, I didn't hear how she ended up telling him, but she misread the situation." And he told him how his eyes were blood red and tearing from the pepper spray. So, of course, I should have told my son. Oh, I was selfish. You know what? I fast forwarded all of that because, yes, you were selfish. Yes, once one son found out, you should have told the other son. There was no done with that. I'm done with that train of thought. So, needless to say, Chase is just tore down, and he says, "I looked up information on the disease. It is gonna kill him, and blah blah blah." So Brooklyn was very comfortable. I mean, comforting to him. And then she ended up saying, "Chase, I have to go, but I'm going to be back." "Oh, I already know. She's going to find Tracy and rip Tracy a new one. I know Brooklyn. That's exactly where she's going to find Granny so she can get a piece of Granny behind." Right? So that was interesting. And then this scene kind of came out the blue. The warden is being got a promotion. She's warden over all the jails in Texas. See, somehow she got out from under Cyrus's thumb because remember, Cyrus made a lot of them connections happen. Well, she had been working overtime to get out from under him, and she did. She says, look, I completed what I was supposed to do. Our association, our arrangement is done. And he was trying to say spout some kind of passage. She goes, oh, no, no, you are going to be on your own. But he goes, so what about me though? Who's coming in? She goes, I have no idea who's coming and don't care. She said, but you'll be okay. You always are. But know this, I finished my end of the deal. And so he goes, how is Drew Kane doing? She goes, why the interest in Drew Kane? She says, I can assure you, Drew Kane will be taken care of for good. And when she said that, I was like, okay, hold up. What's that supposed to mean? They're going to try to send somebody to assassinate Drew at GH. Come on now. Jordan already let her know that the Drew Kane incident has the attention of the mayor's office, right? And they're watching the warden's every move because, see, this happened on the warden's watch. And she was saying, no, I agree with you. Drew Kane does not belong in Pittenville, and I'm going to do everything I can. I'm going to work with you to get him out of there. Either she was blowing smoke at Jordan, or she's not letting Cyrus know she's trying to get Drew out of Pittenville. That could be it. I don't know. All I know is we have an angle now where, because Carly ends up coming into Alexis's office and they're talking, and Carly gives her some information. Look, the customers, they love talking to Carly. Love it. She, from the dock workers to pilots to, this one pilot's telling her all the business. And, he took a bunch of high-powered folks on a business trip on an island. And guess what? Judge Kim was one of them. And so Alexa says, is he sure it was Judge Kim? Because why would he be going on a, fishing trip with high-powered individuals? And so Carly says, I went to the court's website where a picture of the judge is, and he goes, yeah, that's who he flew. So Alexis says, ooh, look, we got to get more information. We got to find out the date that this happened and blah, blah, blah. Carly says, oh, here, I already got this. Here's the dates, times, here we go. And Alexis looked at it. She goes, okay, now I'm going to see if I can match this up with the judge's schedule, what he has on public record. So Carly, actually came out with some really good information. And, she's like, she's going to keep her ears to the ground. She's going to get her man free. Look, Carly's going to get her man free no matter what, right? So that was really, I like the way her and Alexis talk civilly, because sometimes Carly can be very pushy and Alexis doesn't necessarily like her. But in this case, she wants Drew free. He is her granddaughter's father, right? So, and she likes Drew. So now we have, Scott's getting on my last nerve, telling Lucy, don't think about giving up that 1% share, and she goes, take the 25%, but don't give up, your share. That's the tiebreaker share. And so Maxie was telling her like, she goes, no, I got to think of Maxie, because Maxie was saying, Lucy, let's then look to somebody to sell 25% to, or because we have to have some kind of money coming in, right? And so Lucy says, you know what? And she's talking to Scott, and she goes, Maxie's mother, Felicia's one of my best friends. I can't let Maxie and my other workers, but especially Maxie, go into financial ruin. And he goes, look, you can't think about everybody. Scott was a hot piece of mess, right? So Lucy tells Maxie comes in and apologizes for blowing up to her. Scott's gone. And Lucy tells Maxie, get the staff together. We're going to have a staff meeting. She goes, about what? Just get them together, Maxie. So Maxie does. And the staff is all there. And they're like, well, what are we called for? And Maxie says, Lucy is the one that called this meeting. Now, let me see where she's at. She says, well, she's not answering her text. She must be on her way. And they're like, you have to know, just tell us. And she goes, actually, I don't know. She goes, Lucy will be here soon. And then Scott walked in. And she goes, Scott, what are you doing back here? He goes, Lucy told me to come back. Right? So Lucy comes walking in, and she ends up telling them that she made a deal that they're going to get to keep 49% of deception. Their jobs are secure. And Maxie was looking at her like, you did the right thing. You took care of us. Because look, they already know they're gonna lose in court with the whole deceptor thing. Lucy knows doggone well she didn't think of that. And if they asked her to draw a schematic of it, she'll be like, huh? Look at the box of the actual product. Don't ask me to draw anything, right? So anyway, now Tracy's going to be involved with deception. But you know what Tracy said? She goes, she don't want to run no cosmetic company. Her ultimate goal was getting that share. That was her ultimate goal, so that it came back into the Quartermain's hands. So I think she's going to want Brooklyn to run it, but her half, you know. But Brooklyn is into her management. She's happy, you know, managing people. So, hey, and I saw another scene. Brooklyn opens the door, and there's her mother, Lois. They're getting ready to do a Eddie Main, Olivia, and Lois triangle. I already know. Yikes. I already know. So then we have the last is uh Christina. Sonny surprises him with Christina, Michael, and Willow, and Donna and Wiley. But we never saw Donna and Wiley. They were in another room, and actually they were put down in the whole 9 yards. And I guess they didn't bring the baby because that would be a little too much for the baby. And Lena was so shocked and surprised that her daughter, oh my God, she was so happy. And Willow was being cordial, you know, saying she would help with the planning. And Nina said, no, Sonny says everybody on the island's already taking care of everything. We have to do nothing. And so Christina was telling them all about the islands and the perks and how beautiful it is and yada, yada, yada. And so Nina said, you know what, there is one thing you both could do is, you know, like help me get dressed. So Willow's like, it'd be her pleasure, and Christina too, to help her get dressed in her wedding dress in the whole 9 yards. So watch, we go have this beautiful, beautiful bonding. Nina's gonna be in heaven. Her daughter, her grandchildren are here, and Michael's gonna tell the secret. Because you know she hates Michael anyway. So this is really gonna make her hate him. He's gonna tell the secret. Now, my thing is, are they gonna let her marry Sonny? Are they gonna be able to say I do? Because once he finds out, oh, it's I don't. Right? I don't. If they've already said I do, Sonny's getting that marriage annulled. Oh, period. Getting it annulled. So this is going to be so good. I can't wait for Nina to secret to finally come out. And then she's going to say, this is all Michael's fault. And ultimately Carly's fault. It's never her fault. She's not even going to be able to explain why she did it. Because she did it because she was pissed that Carly was invited to, had carte blanche in Michael and Willow's wedding, and Sonny was invited and she wasn't. That's why she did it. But she's not going to say that. She's not going to. Let's see what she says. Period. That's going to be so good, y'all. Anyway, that was it. Nothing else really happened today. So let's go to comment corner. Linda says, I love Michael's character because he can be as ruthless as Victor Newman. I believe Michael will be the one who stops Sonny's wedding day. He will probably blackmail Nina or blow the wedding out of the water and fire Nina from the CEO position at Crimson. he will deserve she will deserve this because she destroyed Carly's marriage. She picked up Carly's portion of the Metro Court when she could have passed up buying the Metro Court. She did that because she knew Sonny was going to buy it. She knew Sonny was going to buy that and give it to Carly. And she tried to finish the job, taking Carly away from her baby girl, Donna. Oh, by sending her to jail. Yep, that's exactly what she tried to do. She said she deserves not to have her daughter like I didn't have my daughter. Nina wanted to completely destroy Carly because of Nina's warped view of the situation of Nell killing herself and trying to. Well, Nell didn't kill herself. Nell actually fell. She didn't want to die. She really was begging for Carly to pull her up. And Carly did reach down, but didn't work. Oops. And trying to make it look like Carly killed her. She did say, "You killed my daughter." How that came out, I don't know. Nina needs to be under a mental doctor because Nina is not running on a full tank of gas. You mean under a mental doctor's care. DL says, "I completely forgot Ava was kidnapped." I know. Wow. When Pilar called, because Avery's not there, Pilar said Avery had a stomach ache and couldn't come. Pilar says, "And by the way, has anybody heard from her mother? She didn't come home last night." See, Pilar's not putting up enough red flags. Lucy says, "I heard a rumor that Valentine Cassadine will take the fall for his friend Nina Reeves and say he was behind the SEC debacle." He might. Valentine, he doesn't mind heat. But unfortunately, I think Michael's going to get the name, and I don't know how Valentine could take the fall. Sonny Corinthos, he was there, here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, on yesterday's show. IM says Greg has no idea of Alexis's relationship with Sonny. I know, and he was judgmental on it. Scanonafo says, "I've always said that they need to explore Donna/Avery's relationship with Sonny based on the time his time away from him. Why is there no story of Donna being unsure of Sonny? She didn't know him from Adam when he came back. Avery should have been terrified to let him out of her sight. She should have been afraid that he was going to leave and never come back." Yeah, I know. That's an angle some of the arguments against Nina should have taken. P. Merle says, I I thought it was kind of funny, ironic that Nina and that exes Nina and Valentine hugged, but Sonny and Carly did not. Who was more afraid or repulsed, Sonny or Carly? Will Sonny support Nina's special relationship with Valentine? Actually, no. Nina's gonna not really tell him, but guess what? Once Sonny finds out what she did, won't matter about her relationship with Valentine. He'll be done with her. But here's the thing. Sonny and Carly are keeping their respectful boundaries away from each other. Respectful. Because see, here's the thing. Sonny still loves Carly. Carly still loves Sonny, no matter what she says, "I love Drew." And if they start physically touching and hugging, embracing, that's a disaster. And right now they're trying to both respect each other's relationships that they're in. Valentina and Nina were hugging because I really do believe it was more because of the confusion and the situation that he's going through with Charlotte, and Nina really loves that girl too. So I think it was that kind of love. Now, if Donna were hurt or sick and in the hospital, Sonny and Carly would hug each other for support. But look, you just came to tell me you get married. Why am I going to be hugging you? Come on now. No. So anyway, everybody, that is it for the daily recap of General Hospital. I will be back tomorrow. Like I said, I think this is going to be a good week, y'all. I really, really do. See you tomorrow.